kind of in your own words, walk us through what you saw, what you heard, and where you were at.
Okay. Trying to figure out where to start from. Starting from when I was driving, so starting from when I turned into the school, I was coming from, let's see, Clyde Morris is this way, so I was coming from this way.
Can you draw?
I can draw.
Okay.
Okay, so if Clyde Morris is here. And the dorm building is here.
Is that the one with the circle?
Mhm.
Where would the circle be?
Right here.
Okay.
So the road right here is where I was coming, and there's a parking lot here. And then another one here. Okay, so I was driving this way. And then at the light, sorry, I'm labeling everything.
Right.
Okay, so at the light I turned here, and then I turned into this parking lot.
Okay.
Okay, I should label me. And then I parked in this parking lot, and I got out of the car, and me and my friend were walking along the sidewalk of this parking lot to cross the street to come to the building. And we were halfway through the parking lot, and we see a cop car, like, coming from this direction too, fly in and block off the entrance to this parking lot. And then after we saw the cop car, we saw, like, I guess a regular car, not a cop car, come in. Well, first we heard a bang over here in the near the light, but we didn't see it. But we heard a bang, like a car crash. So we were walking to go see what happened, and then that's when we saw the other car come in, and it hit the curb and stopped.
Okay.
And then a few more cop cars came and, like, blocked off right here.
Okay.
And then after that, I saw the door of the cop car over here open, and the door of the regular car open.
What door?
I saw the driver door open.
Okay.
I don't know about the other door, but I saw the driver door. Anyways, so I saw that door open, and then after that, we heard gunshots, and we heard about two. Then we stopped because it was kind of a shock. We didn't, think there'd be gunshots. And then we heard more, so we turned around and went back to my car, which was behind, like, this wall. So we went and sat in there until, like, the gunshots stopped, and it was calm.
Okay.
And then after everything had settled down a little bit, about 5 to 10 minutes later, we got out of my car, and there's a staircase in the middle of the parking lot that leads to a bridge that goes to the building over the street.
Yep.
So we went up the stairs because we didn't want to cross over to where all of that...
Where all the action was at.
Yeah. So we went up the stairs across the bridge, and we could see the accident and all the cop cars and everything over there from the bridge. And there was someone, like, I guess, kind of laying outside of the car, like right on the passenger side. And then we could see another person, and there was 2 or 3 cops around him laying in the parking lot.
Okay.
Sorry, it was kind of a lot to take in. And then they started, more cop cars started coming and closing off the street, and then some ambulances came and fire trucks, and sorry.
Okay.
It's all, the person who was laying on the ground got put on a stretcher, and the person who was laying in the parking lot get, like, a sheet pulled over them. Sorry. And then after that, it was too much for me to look at, so I went back to my room.
Okay. Who is the friend you were walking with? Is that
the blonde one?
Yeah.
Devin.
Devin. So you and Devin are walking. You're basically walking east to west. Clyde Morris would be east, so you were walking basically from the direction of Clyde Morris to the crosswalk to go to the student hall. as you're walking east to west, you see you see a police car make that turn first, and then you see a regular car make the turn after the police car does. Excuse me. And prior to that car making that turn, you hear a boom or what the sound to you makes it seem like it was an accident, like a crash.
Yeah, like a crash.
All right. Do you see where that car ends up?
After it makes the turn. After it made the turn, it was maybe 20 feet in from like the corner, and it hit the sidewalk or the curb, so it was kind of angled.
Okay, and it's basically disabled. It doesn't move from there. At that point, you see a person get out of the driver's side. I
didn't see anyone get out. I just saw the door open.
Okay.
And then it all happened kind of fast.
Right.
I saw the doors open, then I heard gunshots, and then I turned around and...
Did you see a police officer get out of his car? No. Did you see a door open? Okay. So you see the driver's side of the regular car and the driver's side of the police car open. And do you see the person run from the car? Okay. When those doors open, is that when you hear the gunshots? And you say you heard possibly how many gunshots?
At first there was like 2, and then there was a pause, and then there were maybe 7 or 8 more.
So initially you hear 2, and then how long after the 2 do you hear the 7, 8 more?
Like a few seconds. It was just like maybe enough time for me to stop walking and like I don't know, try to figure out if that was really gunshots I heard.
Right. So when you hear the gunshots, you immediately run back to your car, which is parked behind a brick, something solid in case any more gunshots were.
Yeah, it's the staircases
to the crosswalk. Okay. After everything calms down, you exit your car, you get on the bridge to go over the road, and you're able to look at obviously there's more police there now, and there's fire and EMS people are there, and you see the regular car there,
right.
And you see a person in the passenger seat, kind of half in the car, half out of the car.
Yeah.
When you say that, I mean, is the person sitting in the car and they're leaning out like that, or were the feet outside the car and they're leaning in the car?
Like their head and their arms were leaning outside of the car.
Okay. So the head and arms were leaning outside the car, being tended to by...
Well, when I saw it, they weren't being tended to at first, and then when the ambulance came, and put them on a stretcher.
Okay. While that's going, before the ambulance shows up, you see another person in the parking lot with three police officers standing around them. Do you know if it's a male or a female? Can you see that?
I don't want to make assumptions, so I can't really say.
Okay. How about the person that was still in the car, half in and half out? Could you make out male or female? Okay. Do you see the police officers take this person? Do they handcuff them? Or you said you said they put a sheet over them or something?
The one in the parking lot, they were just standing over him for a while, and then they put like a black sheet over the person.
Okay. And what do you do after that? At that point, you go back to your room, or? Okay. And then how do you end up coming back out? You just come back out to check things out. And
Devin was still on the bridge when I went inside, and I had come back downstairs from my room, but I didn't go back outside. I was just looking out the window to see if I don't know if it had cleared up. And Devin was coming back in, and she was telling me that another girl who was outside was saying that the police were asking for witnesses, or the press was asking for witnesses, or someone was asking for witnesses. So then we went back outside, and then we told, I don't know her name, it was a female officer, she was black, she had a ponytail. We told her that we were witnesses, and then she brought us and sat us down and told us someone would be with us.
Did you hear any conversation between the police and the person that was driving this car? Could you hear anything? Could you hear anybody shouting anything? How about prior to you seeing the doors open? Do you hear any gunshots prior to those people exiting the vehicles?
I'm not really sure, because I didn't actually see them get out of the car.
Right.
I just heard.
Well, prior to the doors opening, did you hear any gunshots? And you think you heard a total of 10 shots? A total of possibly 10 shots? You said you heard 2 shots, and then a few seconds later you heard 7 to 8 more? Okay. Could you tell where those shots were coming from?
Meaning who was shooting?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Alright, did you get a good look at the person that, well, you said you didn't see him exit the vehicle.
I'm sorry.
That's alright. Just on your little diagram here, can you do where the car ended up? Can you kind of put it in correlation to your diagram here?
It was like the normal car.
The normal car, yeah.
It was kind of angled like right here.
And then, how many police cars did you see?
There's one here. Initially, there was one here.
Right.
And then 2 more over here.
Okay.
And then a few more came later.
Okay. And you would have been standing over here?
I was still in this parking lot.
Okay. So you'd have been standing somewhere over in here between the road and in the parking lot. Okay. What parking lot was this person that you saw with the sheet pulled over him after you saw the police officer standing over him?
In this one.
Okay. Can you kind of?
In this one.
Okay. And then the person you saw in the car was still over here on this side? Okay. Can you just go ahead and sign up there? That way that's yours, and that's nothing that I wrote or anything like that. All right. Can you raise your right hand for me? The statement that you just gave is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. Give us a few minutes.
Can I have my hand up?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, Rick, do you have
No, okay.
Give us a few minutes to kind of sit down and compare what everybody's saying, because we might have some follow-up questions. Do you need some water or anything, some coffee?
I'm okay.
You need to go to the bathroom?
I'm okay.
You're okay? All right. Just hang out for a few more minutes. Let us get our ducks in a row here, and we'll get you back to campus as soon as we can.
Okay.
All right?
Oh, sorry. Nothing. I just finished being interviewed. Um, no, I can talk. Um, there was, it wasn't like a school shooting. It was, the police were chasing someone, and apparently he got out of the car and was shooting at them, so they shot back, and I think they killed him, but it was on school property though. And I was like right there. I was maybe like 30 feet away from the shooting. Cause I had just gotten back from Orlando and I was going inside, or I was about to cross the street from the parking lot, and that's where it was. No, I'm still at the police station. I think they're gonna take me back. Yeah. No, Devin is with me, but they don't have us in the same car or anything. Uh-huh. Mhm. Yeah, there was 4 witnesses total. Where's Dad? Oh, should I call him back? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Where's Grail? Where's Littles? What did he say? I'm in the newspaper. Yeah, there's a picture of me. I'm behind a crime scene tape. No, he was in his own car. Well, I was reading an article while I was sitting here waiting, and it said that he was swinging a gun around at the airport. But I'll call Dad now. Okay. Okay. Bye. Hi, Dad. Geez, you didn't even let the phone ring. Well, me and Devin had just gotten back from Orlando, and we were parking, and so we got out of the car, we're walking to cross the street to go into our dorm, and a cop car comes flying in down the street, and then another car comes flying in, and it hits the curb, and it stops, and then a few more cop cars come, and then the people get out of the cars, and then they start shooting, like, right there, like 30 feet from us. And so me and Dad, both cars. Uh-huh. And then, so everyone gets out of the cars and starts shooting pretty much. And so me and Devin were like, no thanks. And we turn around and run back to my car, which is parked behind this brick wall. And we sit in there until the gunshots stop. and then after that, instead of, see, you can either go across this bridge or you can cross the street. We were initially trying to cross the street, and then after all that, we decided we were just going to go over the bridge so we wouldn't have to walk towards the crime scene. And so up on the bridge, you can like see the street, and you can see the intersection, and so you could see everything. And so then there was someone laying in the street, like outside of the car, and there was someone laying in the parking lot who had been, like, I think they'd been shot to death, because they put a black sheet over them. And then the other person they took away in a stretcher. Uh-huh. Because I saw it. I am a witness. Uh-huh. They can't really tell me what's going on. It's an investigation. Mhm. They didn't say. I sent you a link to an article that. Yeah, I don't know how much truth is in that, because it was released about 20 minutes after the whole incident. But it said that article. No, the article. Yeah. Well, part of it is probably true, because apparently the chase started at the airport, and the airport's like 5 minutes away from the school, if that. And so they said the guy who had been shot was initially at the airport swinging a gun around. And there's a picture of me in that article. Uh-huh, me and Devin. Mhm. Yep. No, that was the newspaper that took the picture. We didn't know that the newspaper took that picture. No. It just says students, Embry-Riddle students, looking at the crime scene or something like that. I don't know. It's too dark to tell. And I didn't really get a good look because I was too worried about getting back behind something. Cause I had never been that close to gunshots. They're loud. Yeah, but it kind of threw me off. I never expected to hear that at Embry-Riddle. Never really expected to hear it anywhere. And they were pop, 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 pop. And I was like, oh my god, are you kidding? No, like at first we heard like two, and then we were like, really? Those really gunshots? Like we were confused, if anything. And then once we heard, it was like a hail of gunshots. We were like, okay, those are gunshots. Let's go get back in the car and hide. And there were students running everywhere, hiding under stuff. I mean, well, I don't blame them. It's quite scary. on it. No, because most of the people, most of the people who ended up at the crime scene had shown up after the fact, because I guess they heard gunshots and then came out, but by then it was already over. Well, I don't know, but I don't think so. I think they just happened to try to escape down our road, because our road is right off of the airport property. Well, there goes my Saturday night. Yeah, I'm listening. I was until that happened. It's my last weekend here, and it's been destroyed. Whatever, I guess. I'll probably watch a movie or something. Okay, well that's all. You should watch on the news, see if my school comes up. Okay, I'm going to sit here and wait for the police to come back and take me home. I said I'm going to sit here and wait for the police to come back and take me home. I'm in an interrogation room with a two-way mirror. It's nothing like the rooms on Law and Order. It's quite nice. Except it's a little cold in here. Okay. Okay. Alright, bye.
Help me take me back to the school and take me to 60. Out front. Huh? Are they recording? They're done, right? No, no. Don't let that happen to them. Okay. They have 4 people.